Hey guys, welcome to the channel. When we talk about AI, we actually mean chatbots like ChatGPT, Microsoft Copilot, but they are much more than that. They also include the family of machine learning algorithms. So in my daily work as a corporate data scientist, I'm going to share how I use those things in 6 different areas. Before I share those, let me introduce myself. My name is Jana and I come from Turkey. I got a bachelor's degree in soil science. I got to the United States to do a master's and a PhD. When I was doing my research, actually there was nothing like ChatGPT. We were writing codes for weeks and months. Sometimes we were failing, a lot of web searches, a lot of Stack Overflow. It's a website for code sharing and debugging among the coders. Really difficult times. And sometimes when I was succeeding to write codes and create functions, my PhD advisor was coming up to me and shaking my hand. Chandler, that's a great job. You did a great. But nowadays, it's just like a normal thing. But still knowing the basics of coding actually is a really good idea. And knowing the concepts in science and other things, I'm going to share that how important it is to be able to understand that the chatbots are giving us correct outputs. All right, let's get to how I use as a corporate data scientist. So number one, I use ChatGPT or other things to code testing and writing. So like I said, knowing the basics of code writing is still very important because the accuracy of the codes from these chatbots are really important because we work with different stakeholders, and if the code breaks that you get from the chatbots and then you don't know how to interpret and then debug, then it's going to be a big problem. You're going to lose time and then the stakeholders will not be happy. So that's number one. Number two, for communication, we use messaging channels like Microsoft Teams. To be able to efficiently communicate is very important. As immigrants, sometimes I don't get the meaning of the messages that my coworkers send me. So I'm putting that into ChatGPT, for example. Okay, what Tom might be meaning, for example, or Dustin meaning. And it gives me some clarifications. And now I have an opportunity to clarify with this coworker. And I will save time that way because big companies like the company that I work at, the communication is very important because we come from different diverse backgrounds. And we sometimes may not be able to speak the same language and sometimes jargons. So to be able to efficiently communicate is very important. Plus, even I prepared the outline of this YouTube video by putting my idea that I was brainstorming into a ChatGPT. And it gave me the outline. So I also do the same strategy when I'm preparing presentations, which is really efficient, by the way, because at the last minute, sometimes you need to come up with a presentation in the company. Number three, continuous learning. Being in industry, guys, means that you need to continuously learn. There are actually teams in big companies like that. They recommend new tools as they emerge to be used by different research teams. So you should be able to learn quickly and follow the trends to be efficient in the workflow that you have. And you can use chatbots like Copilot or ChatGPT to be on top of your game and quickly learn and progress in your job. Otherwise, you're going to fall behind. So using ChatGPT and other chatbots is really important to quickly learn, given that jobs get really busy sometimes, especially research and development departments of big companies like this one. Number four, I use chatbots to enhance the resolution of the images. So one of my coworkers shared an image with me from a PowerPoint, and we didn't have the original image. So the resolution of the image was really low. And I input this image into Microsoft Copilot, and then I put the prompt that please improve the resolution and quality of this image. And it gave a really nice image, and my coworker was really satisfied with the result. So this is another thing that I use chatbots. Number five, my job doesn't involve in model training much, But I know that there's other data scientists in the company and other industries. Chatbots are commonly used for building new models for making predictions, which actually shows really nice improvement. So, but the quality of ground truth data and validation methods are still essential to validate the outputs from these chatbots and the models built upon those chatbots. Number 6, that's a bonus. So my company has a gym facility inside of the building, and I can come up with a quick 15-20 minute gym session programs for myself, and I can go and then do my exercises really quickly and de-stress, improve my mood, improve my health, and then get back to my work. Because I cannot spend hours in the gym, ChatGPT really helps me out coming up with these exercise programs and help me boost my health and mood and my productivity as a result. So I really enjoy ChatGPT for this kind of personal but also professional means. So these are the 6 ways that I use chatbots in my job, and I can highly recommend them. But if I had to reflect, so this is the reflection session. One is that AI is a powerful tool, but it cannot replace the human interaction. So foundational knowledge is still essential to validate the results from these chatbots. Because chatbots are still machine learning algorithms, they are not totally accurate all the time. So the validation of them is only possible with the foundational knowledge for, say, coding, for research, for literature. So it's quite important to have that knowledge. Second thing is that there's a term in data science and machine learning, garbage in, garbage out, which means that the amount of the quality of the data that you feed into these machine learning algorithms will govern the quality of the results that you get out of them. So that's why I recommend treating these chatbots like your partners. The more your partner know about you, the better guidance it can give it to you. So therefore, remembering through the old chats, previous chats that you input, it can actually give you better recommendations. So for machine learning, for model building as well, if you are building models, the quality of the data that you input, regardless of the industry, is going to govern the model predictions that you can get out of these chatbots. So it's really essential. All right, to summarize, we talk about my background, how I started to use chatbots in my PhD times for research, publications, and code writing. Therefore, I learned the foundations of the coding and the research, and it carried through my work, my full-time job here as a data scientist in the corporate America. And I still use them because I have the foundational knowledge. I can validate the results that I get from these chatbots. I recommend that using these chatbots with the right knowledge and feeding with the right knowledge so it can give you better predictions. Still, I recommend taking the high road to learn the foundations of whatever area you are using the chatbots for. You're going to be able to validate the results, gain even more credibility in your daily works. So if you like the content, like and subscribe, and also put your comments down there. I'm really curious how you use the chatbots in your daily works. And I'm going to see you guys next time. Take care.